You have to know by now that living in the U.S. Really requires that you be on your guard, that you make sure that you're safe, that your family's safe. And the best way to do that is with a gun. And I would argue that anytime you step outside, you need a gun on you, but there's definitely 5 places in the U.S. I would say don't ever go to these places without having a gun on you. So what are these 5 places? Well, again, I'm going to argue if you leave your house, even if you're in your house, you probably need a gun on you these days. But if you leave your house, you for sure need one on you. But there are 5 places I highly recommend you never go in the U.S. without a gun. Number 1, any major city, especially cities that are anti-Second Amendment. They're the worst. You need a gun there more than anywhere else. We're talking cities like Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Jersey City, Newark, that sort of thing. Now, most of these cities, they're very anti-Second Amendment. They don't want you to carry, but that's okay because the Supreme Court says you can carry. So, for example, when I was in Los Angeles, I brought a revolver with me because I was trying to think, I'm going to kind of dance around their stupid laws here as best I can. When I'm in Oregon, I'll actually oftentimes open carry a tiny little revolver in a belt buckle because I can open carry there. I've spent a lot of time in New York and I just deep carry. I just deep carry a tiny pocket pistol somewhere where the sun don't shine, where even if they frisked me, they probably wouldn't find it. But there's no way you would ever catch me in any of those cities. Those are the most dangerous places on the earth to many degrees. Number 2, any gas station or convenience store that is located in the United States. These are high targeted locations. They're definitely going to be a problem for you. If you sit there and you go to a gas station late at night or a convenience store, if you frequently do that, it's just a matter of time before you run into trouble. It's just really more about statistics. They're frequently robbed by armed gunmen. So if you're going to go to any sort of convenience store or gas station, even if you're just at the pump pumping your gas, have a gun on you. Number 3, any sort of theater, like a movie theater or a night out, that kind of thing. For whatever reason, these are often they're soft targets, and they're often targeted by crazy people who just want to shoot up some stuff. And it's a good thing to have a gun on you. I guarantee you will not catch me at a movie theater or some sort of concert or an event out, like a night out with my wife or family, without having at least one gun on me. I might have a couple on me. Number 4, any sort of mall or shopping area or grocery store or drugstore. Pretty much if it's a store, if it's a public store, anything like that, even restaurants, anything where you go and you spend money, have a gun on you. Definitely have a gun on you in those locations as well. And again, a lot of it's about statistics. They're just highly targeted by crazy people. And finally, number 5, this is probably the safest place in America, but you still have to worry about some issues. So I'm going to say the wilderness. And most people would say they'd rather have a gun on them in the wilderness than a city, which doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I get it. You're out in the woods. It's a little creepy. It's nice having a gun on you. But really, I'm less worried about bears and snakes and mountain lions than and people. However, with that being said, I've spent some time in Colorado. I remember one time being deep in the mountains. We just kind of drove our 4-wheel drive as far as we can go. And my wife and we got out and we started looking around and I heard a cat meow. And I knew nobody was leaving little kittens out there, so I believed that was actually the kitten of a mountain lion. And as soon as I heard that meow, I was just thinking, man, they're probably hiding there. And the mother's like, great, now I got to kill these people. But I luckily had a .357 Magnum revolver on me. And we didn't have any problems. We just got in the truck and drove off as quick as we could. But, just for that reason, if you're in, any real Rocky Mountains, whether you're in the Alaska area or you're in Montana or Colorado, that sort of thing. Or really the Ozarks in Missouri, a lot of bears and mountain lions here too. You need to have a gun on you. So I guess what I'm going to go back to is I'm going to go back to everywhere. If you leave your house, you need a gun on you. But the big places are any major city, any gas station or convenience store, any sort of theater or just entertainment venue, any sort of store or restaurant, and the wilderness. So pretty much everywhere you go, have a gun on you. I mean, be wise. Just you live in America, wake up. Hello, it's violent. Any thoughts or insight on any of that, definitely put that below. Again, take some time. Sign up for that free tracker boat. It's going to be awesome giving that thing away. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.